Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. The last few minutes actually in Philadelphia in front of the hotel, so I will walk a bit, not too far I hope, because it's extremely warm. Looks like it's 40 degrees. So I want to speak about Juve. Juve already did the live this morning, but there were a lot of topics that we didn't speak about. So if you didn't yet, please put a maximum of like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Go with me with a walk in Philadelphia before taking the plane, going to Orlando for the last game and also meeting the fans, the Juventini of the world here. Beautiful chair, look at that. Let's try before speaking about you, because there are some things that I want to say, but let's sit here. We need to do it. We are obliged to do it. Now that we did that, let's take a walk. The first thing, we qualified. And that's a big news, because we already have 28 million euro, which is absolutely not bad when we are thinking about the upcoming mercato that will start on the 1st of July until the 31st of August. So that's already good. Do we want to stop there? Absolutely not. But now, of course, it will be a bit more competitive, starting with Manchester City, game that will be played in Orlando. Pay attention, because all the people that I met, they already told me, Beppe, it will be super hot. And if I, as a fan, will feel it, the players as well will feel it. But of course, it's for both teams. Some persons told me today in the morning, Beppe, do you think that we have some chances against City, even if we beat them 2-0 in the Champions League? Well, I tell you that starting that competition, after how we ended the season, I was not really confident, not even to go into the competition and beating Alain, beating Wydad, because we had a problem in scoring goals, we had a problem in our defensive phase, and of course, it's tough also when you see the mercato of Manchester City. You say, will be difficult to start the competition. I'm not even sure how Juventus will start that competition, what kind of respect that they will show, how they will enter that competition, will they take it seriously or not. And with the two first games, I'm not telling you here that everything is solved, because that would be a lie. We have still a lot of problems. But I can tell you that at least they are giving me a bit of hope. Hope that we are there to do something, that we are taking it seriously. This is not only a hope, but it's a certainty. We are here to take the things seriously. Can we get up on that bridge? No, we can't. We can't go on the bridge. It is what it is. And that's already good. So it will be a big game to understand if we will be first or second, to understand if we play against Real Madrid, against Al Hilal, or against Salzburg in the other game, and then advancing the competition. That's the first thing. Then I wanted to speak about Yildiz, Kenan Yildiz, after not even 3 minutes of the video. I know it, I already said it yesterday after the game, I said it in the live today, but mamma mia, what a player. Mamma mia, Kenan Yildiz! Ma cosa sei? What are you, my man? What a phenomenal. No, what a man. I think that we assisted to the turnaround of his career. If it was already for us, a superstar, a fantastic, beautiful player, but it was for us, the Juventini. We knew about it. The world didn't know it yet. Now people are starting to speak about him being the Désiré Doué, him being this, him being that. So yesterday, actually, it took a level more, an international level. Not only the first, the second, and the third goal, because yeah, he scored 3 goals that were one more beautiful than the other one, showing technique, showing skills, showing whatever. Look at that. The ducks of love, love for Kenan Yildiz. Put a maximum of hearts, put a maximum of like for Kenan and for the Ducks, for Philadelphia, for USA, for the tour, for the club worker, for the 28 million euro. Let me sit into one of them. Mama. Ah! I burned my ass. I'm sorry for that. It was warm. Okay, that being said, let's go back seriously. So great for Kenan Yildiz that we saw and that we showed him internationally. There is one thing that is extremely important, is that Igor Tudor, after the game, he said something right, something totally correct. Juve should not sell their best player, and this is correct. That's what I want to hear from my coach. This is what I want to hear from my club. We, Juventus, are not a selling club. Of course, if you have an out of proportion 150 million, 200 million euro, we know that at the moment we are not the club that is the most stable financially, so you're obliged to think about it. But no, don't sell Kenan Yildiz. Priority, and I hope they don't wait too long, because the more you wait, more he will be in a force of asking more salary, which he deserves. But he silenced a lot of people that were saying Kenan, yeah, great, fantastic, beautiful, but miles away from Alessandro Del Piero, miles away from this. He should be more decisive. Yesterday, but not only, he showed a lot. So now, of course, it will be a much more difficult test against City, but he's confident. He's confident, he's feeling really well, so I can't wait to see him again. Priority defense for Tudor. Let me know what you think, guys. What is the priority, the number one signature that you should have starting immediately when the mercato will open? Is it a striker? Is it the defender? Personally, I agree with Igor, a defender. Go fast. Go fast, sign a good one, not a fifth solution, but a good defender is priority, because what I saw yesterday, and not only, we are extremely weak in defense. Don't count immediately on Gleison Bremer, because he will not be there immediately. Let's not lie to ourselves. We did the mistake, or some people did the mistake with Federico Chiesa back then when he came back, thinking that he would be a starter. We nearly never saw him at Juve, only the end of the season. So don't make the same mistake in thinking it will be okay. A mistake that we did with Milik, for example, even if there are two different situations, of course. So go reinforce the defense, because what I'm watching is sometimes horror show. And not because of the players, but we are not ready. We are not ready. So there is a lot of work to do, signing one there. And then, of course, second priority is a striker. Only if we are able to find a way to make Colomani or extend it on loan, or to make him permanent. I told you, and I repeat you, Colomani is my first choice at the club, but should be with another striker. But that should be a priority after the defender, making sure that Colomani stays. He wants to stay, but Chelsea is there. Manchester United is there as well. They are interested in the Frenchman. Hopefully he can stay, because then we need to think about the second striker. And the name that is popping up again is the one of Jonathan David, the Canadian one that he didn't find a club at the moment, so he's still free on the market. Juventus, they were absolutely not happy with the request of the agent about the signature, the bonus signature, so they are negotiating again. But Comoli looks like he has been convinced about the players, though he could be the second striker. Jonathan David together with Colomani, why not? But my priority is Colomani, so let me know about that as well. What I really loved yesterday were the words of Scannavino. You remember I said one thing: whatever happens, I don't care about mercato or this or that, I don't want to hear our objective is entering the top 4. Minimum top 4 position. I don't want to hear it. Then I don't know how the season will go. I don't know if we will win it, if we will arrive 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 10th. I have absolutely no idea. But as a starting block, I wanted to hear some words. Words said yesterday by Scannavino that said Juventus must be competitive to play for the Scudetto. And here, the story is already changing. Extremely important to hear this word. Juventus must be competitive for competing for the Scudetto, saying also we will go with a few signatures to actually increase the competitiveness of the team. And I was extremely happy about that. Don't underestimate the words of Scannavino, because he was the one that in the beginning of the season to kick it off 2 times in a row. He was the first one to pronounce, to say, to mention that minimum top 4, which means that there is a turnaround also in how Juventus wants to go in front of the public. That being said, Tudor, Scannavino, Jonathan David, priority defense, and then Colomani if he stays. Yildiz, wow, qualified. Juventus is playing for the first spot against Manchester City. Well, I think we are done. If you didn't, please put a maximum of like, continue to subscribe. Grazie, forza. Juve. Ciao.